Хорошо. А такой вопрос, то, что нужно было по моему вопросу поговорить, получилось, нет? Нет, мягко, просто интересно. Хорошо. Не сомневаюсь. Ну, смотрите, одно дело то, что они рекомендуют, да? А другое дело, скажем так, что нужно делать, да? Просто там может быть еще такая вещь, как вот я смотрел проекты, которые есть в надписи, да? Может быть, они не хотят, чтобы вы были конкурентами другим кириллическим проектам. Такое же может быть? Может. Потом... Но то, что мы делаем, тут проект получается, он однозначно для массового рынка. Там вообще без вариантов. Ну ладно. Ну так что же ходить, если это было сделано вот просто вот так, быстро, и был только, есть только один прототип. Естественно, там много широковатости есть. Да? Я же был квадратный ЦС, а не ЦИО. Вы же... Ну да, все всегда будут должны быть квадратным. Как раз мои... Хорошо. Если у вас не работает, то хорошо, Джо, будем на связи. И если будет новость, если будет новость по новому вопросу, который... Вы поняли, какой вопрос, да? Любой.
Да, настраивайте.
Звоните, давайте.
Да,
До связи, до
настраивайте
свидания.
просто. Хорошо, она не кем. Без информации надо зачем? Оценкаларға алгоритмді қой береміз. покушать чай, что-нибудь? Хотите?
Если можно, чай.
Чай? Давайте
Чай.
еще раз печем. Здесь кофе есть.
Можно
Здесь
чай,
вот
чай.
снеки есть. Или в эту сторону поставить?
Не. Поставьте комиссию,
Да.
тоже. Пускай.
Давайте я в эту сторону поставлю.
Да, пускай это тоже купляете. Вы тоже кушаете.
Да, я сейчас с вами сяду. А вы в этом году также в России остаетесь или как? На этот год?
Да. Посчитаем сейчас, что мы сделали.
Людмила, можешь посмотреть, пожалуйста, здесь трансляция идет? Нет, я включила трансляцию.
Кто из вас опустил, кто из вас достанет?
Я достану.
Да. Можно мне ссылку просто отправить, чтобы я здесь тоже трансляцию видела?
Я
Достану.
Спасибо. Чтобы ты тоже, чтобы тебя тоже не беспокоить.
Алло.
Говорим.
Ты робот, да? Меньше вам охот. Four of us will be.
4 of us.
So, Dr. Ahmed, Dr. Nudin, I guess, yes or not?
Please check.
Nuriza, where she's, yesterday she sent to the group, I guess.
So here I am on here.
Yes, no. Yes, Dr. Nudin, Dr. Tawhid, Dr. Ahmad, Dr. Dmitro, and, Dmitri and me, yes.
Okay.
I will be here.
Can I have pencil or pen? I don't have anything.
Yes, I will now provide to you.
You
You can
don't go
take it.
anywhere. Are you?
No, I will take from here.
Okay. Very good.
The papers. Augustine, you should sign here. That you are here. Надеюсь, хватит.
Honestly, you were the first.
У вас есть ручка, да? Там можно сюда поставить эту ручку. Классно, классно. Да, через 12 минут начнем, да, сейчас итоговый и это. Давай еще.
Первый будет Августин перед доставкой.
Ну, Августин. Да. С вами поделились, да, папкой?
Да, да.
Давай, what would you like to drink? Coffee, tea? Coffee.
Anything?
So, what kind of coffee?
Best.
We have this kind of, and we have this kind of.
Okay, so this one. Jacob.
Еще раз.
Да, здравствуйте.
Средний. О, средний.
Все.
Вдруг где она?
Оценка почты реформ где-то поход. Шалова. Любой надо, ладно, сейчас. Вам покрепче или можно средний? Можно, да? Или можно оставить?
Спасибо. Хорошо.
Здесь есть сахар, если хотите.
Почему у вас не расписывается в работах? Это полагается?
Хорошо, не расписывается.
Подписи нет.
Да.
Без подписи, без ничего.
Да. Нет, у них потому что они вот будут уже на hard copies ставить вот эти подписи. Они hard copies не шли, получается, вот их супервайзер. Да.
Поэтому следующий because I don't find signatures in PDFs, but it's a global situation, so they will sign this hard copies.
Okay.
No problem. Just you know, it's
Ну, супервайзер, если вы like,
Yes, please.
Шырайлары математикадан қарап өтті. Жоқ бұл. Анда саматаға, сіз ағай қарай бересіз, анда саматаға чауып, қарап көріңіз дейінші, бір сірі не екен,
Вот я этот отчет, они хотели бы составить получается.
Есть. Просто они очень поздно утром вышли только результаты. Я сейчас туда в папку закинула.
Давай, хорошо.
Саматаға сіз математиктердің қарап қойсыз ба?
Хотя бы это, да, хотя бы закон получается.
Да, я
Потому
сейчас...
что, я сказал, мы используем Turnitin, да?
Да.
А Turnitin работает намного лучше.
Ну, у нас таких средств нет, поэтому у нас университет страйк plagiarism.
Я просто говорю, что мы, это между нами, да, что мы не будем сейчас читать отчета, мы напишем просто, что рекомендуется использовать Turnitin, да. Потому что вот я просто погнал на бухгалтерские две работы, да?
Да.
Одна 62%, а другая 49%.
Да. Ну, вы же тоже знаете, что сейчас даже те письма, которые без ИИБ написаны, вот, например, я читала, как произведение Льва Толстого поставили, получается, евреи.
Вот этого я не знал.
Да, вот его тоже, я говорю, в его-то время какой ей, да, просто я думаю, это из-за того, что у него уже книги были уже как бы диджитализированы, и, скорее всего, оттуда как бы какое-то несходство находят, может быть. Но не знаю тоже. Как-то вот этот вопрос, да, чуть...
Ну, мы отметили, да, что лучше использовать это, чем...
Да, мы вот, мы очень много раз написали тюрьму, я сама была в числе этих, но они нам дали ни прайс, не дали, ничего не сделали. И потом мы уже Strike Plagiarism нам все время с нами уже не сотрудничали, мы дальше с ними и продолжили.
А вы пытались выйти через тех, у кого есть, допустим, через ПЦА, через наш?
Да, можно было бы, но в то время, получается, нам очень срочно нужно было, и мы уже сразу через Strike продолжили. Но мы сейчас тоже Strike только на этот год взяли, получается, лицензия закончилась, обратно мы чуть-чуть взяли, и на следующий год сейчас обратно ведем переговоры.
Потому что мы очень сильно учат.
Да.
Там не только, например, мы, допустим, анализировал, в том числе и плагиат, да? Но вот, он просто много не знал говорить.
Да.
У меня практика была очень стала понятна, да, что показывает 5%, да, сопровождение, да,
А
на
самом деле
вышло больше 30%, потому что он выловил, то это Британия, какой-то источник, кто-то там аспирант использовал, и он так выловил это все. Ну, еще.
Сейчас.
Просто отметил, но не будем говорить, потому что если укажем цифры, то будет истинно.
Ой. Да никто не повезет.
Но вот мы, нашли, получается, мы их делаем несколько заходов для того, чтобы вот, уменьшить AI-райтинг и плагиат уменьшить. Но они хотя бы у нас получилась система, что они могут загружать в труд и просто сутки. И студенты прибыли получается.
А у нас, знаете, мы даже взяли только лицензии на число вот этих проверок. И получается, они даже каждый студент не может нам проверить каждый раз. Потому что у нас лимит заканчивается.
Ну, да.
А вчера вот мы тоже заново вот положили с утра, он мне сегодня утром дал результаты, представляете?
У меня то же самое получается, что я могу на сутки загружать. Только.
Сейчас, смотрите, мне пришло 5:40 утра. Я вчера утром 8 часов загружала. Это вот допустим, да.
Что у нас коэффициент уникальности,
да.
коэффициент цитат. Ну, получается. А какая вот информация?
Да.
Это много.
Да.
Это хорошо.
Это нехорошо.
Ну, это нужно показать.
Потому что так как мы...
Потом ты ничего больше покажешь.
Да. Потому что мы не могли обратно ему дать фидбэк, чтобы он мог сделать.
Но это нужно будет показать. И он должен будет переделать.
Да, он должен будет переделать. Он сделает. Потому что мы на прошлой неделе хотели проверить.
И когда переделает, пожалуйста, не вышлите обратно.
Да.
Еще раз.
Да, потому что, потому что лицензия закончилась. Пришлось мне вчера, когда лицензию взяли, поставить, и он мне через сутки дает такой результат.
Это достал или опустил?
Нет, это опустил.
Ну, я слышали, опустил, да? Все. А у кого-то по имени Августин есть 75% writing detection. 75% даже на Strike Plagiarism. Если на трудный загрузить, там еще больше будет. Okay, writing can just in this week, right? So just receive the feedback from the Strike Plagiarism, right? About writing detection, and Strike Plagiarism found 75%. If you use Turing, you will go even higher. I'm afraid to say that 80 or 90%. So we just decided that the report will be rewritten, right, to have less than, I think that you have 30% AI writing plus plagiarism, right? So total should be less than 30.
Хорошо.
Мы достанем.
Достану. Так, коэффициент уникальности на антисекс, подобие 3, цитат 0 и индикаторы есть здесь. Нет.
Пока считает.
Нет, он не угадал. Или, может быть, там при этом, может быть, какая-то ошибка вышла.
Потому что тоже иногда получается, он не выдает, только лишь считает.
А здесь вот, видите, мне вот, его тоже 5,59 дал, оказывается, результат.
Согласен или plagiarism, что?
Plagiarism полностью. Подобие для вашего документа или я через трек plagiarism делали.
How much similarity is
Similar?
plagiarism?
So here, plagiarism, not plagiarism, similarity is
It's
3.16.
plagiarism.
Yes, plagiarism.
3.16. Yeah.
Originality is 96.
Okay.
And
For whom?
citation
For
0.78,
Augustine?
it is for Dastan. No, now for Dastan. No AI content.
Okay.
And
You mean not okay? So I understood 75. So we need to.
yes, we will just now let's decide. So he will defend now, but the report he is going to again work on it, rework it, and make it so that the AI content will be AI and plagiarism content
Should
in
be less
some
than 30%.
will be less than 30.
Yes.
Yes. Августин понял, да? Тебе нужно будет обратно поработать.
На мою тему в интернете сейчас очень много прям статей, которые
Вы говорите,
название
вы говорите о плагиате, а мы говорим о AI writing.
AI
Это
просто.
разные вещи.
это не получается.
Да.
Это другое.
То есть вот этот AI-контент нужно обратно поработать хорошенько. Хорошо? Потому что сейчас тебе дается разрешение, чтобы ты все равно защитился, показал свою работу, а потом ты обратно переработаешь, и мы обратно отправим твой репорт председателю и всем членам комиссии. Хорошо?
Thank you much for understanding.
Yes. Thank you all for your understanding, dear professors. So I guess we can start. Yes, 12:01. Turn on the TV. Agustin? Yes, this is the clicker. Just a moment. I should turn on from here. Where is the? Just включается. Кликер себе для тебя. Себе. Держи. Да. А ты это зачем мне? Можно взять. Себе подключи. Окей. Yes. So, dear professors, where is the Dr. Nudin? Did you call him? He was there. That we are starting. It is open defense. Yes, you can sit and see how it's happening. Как отырсаңыз фотоға.
Садитесь.
Thank you. Just a second.
Неге бар фотоға? Неге бар? Қосып қояйық қой, кімге уже доступ? А неге?
I suppose we can start, right? We can start, I suppose.
I think we should start.
Just,
Dr. Guru, I think we should start.
Yes, we can start.
no problem.
Please.
Yes, Dr. Rimudin will join us.
Yeah, he will
Yes,
join.
because we said at 12. I have already mentioned in the group as well, like,
No,
Paul.
no, please start.
Yes, let's start so that other professors won't wait.
Good evening, good afternoon, committee, professors. Today, my thesis project is developing explaining AI web based web system for brain tumor classification from NIP. In this project, I will talk about 6 parts of, or in this presentation, I will talk about 6 parts of topics. Motivation, I will explain why the project matters in nowadays. What's the goal? The second part, methodology. I will explain how deep learning, transfer learning, exam methods will be implemented. Next part, results. I will show you some metrics like accuracy, one score, plus behavior of model. Data set engineering and leakage remediation. I will discuss about reducing data leakage from with some framework like this architecture. Next part is full stack system design, UI integration. It's a web system. I will describe how I did backend, how I did frontend, and how I did modeling. And finally, evaluation, reproducibility, conclusion, and future works. So, firstly, why this topic matters. I wrote 3 sentences about the main parts of matters. Like you see, clinical pressure, AI opportunity, and TRASCA. So this project has web system which shows diagnosis, some useful information after getting real-time MRI images. And so yeah, it's also TRASCA. Showing metrics, it's necessary for models like AI. Show them the probabilities of how good is this AI and how they can trust this AI in my web system. And before that, I have 4 important questions about the project. What's innovative here? Innovative here is using this model. So is innovative. So innovative is implementing user interface for people to work with AI model which I created in my web system. As you can see, it's written here. And question 2 is this usable for doctors? In my prototype, yes, it's usable, but it needs some complicated data sets for truly original AI-assisted doctor. This question is a future question for my explanation. Why not just show accuracy instead of web system? Because AI requires trust. So in my web system, I have metrics, every details of model, everything is dynamical, so it will change despite of which MRI images uploaded. Last question. What problem does engineering solve? Engineering solve user actions, upload images, validation, metrics, and that's it. Some literature review. What's the project builds on? Model is trained with CNNs and transfer learning. Label medical data, which is limited, and training from scratch is expensive because dataset is too much low quantity. we took ResNet 50. I compared 5 architectures, and ResNet give me the best balanced option. Explainable layer. For explainable, I use XCI methods, which is Kratka, Sharp, and Line. This is about visually showing, explaining from MRI images. And next, again, expected questions. Why ResNet 50? As I say, it's more stable, mature, reproducible, and compatible with Gradcam. Why not efficient or VMT architectures? There are valid alternatives, but they require, some of them needs to be done with more data set, some of them needs different stuff. What does XI do? XI does not do clinical correctness, it just visually gives results of MRI images, provides some possible failure notes. And last question is, why use several XI methods? Different methods explain behavior differently, and comparing them gives richer interpretations and relying on one heat map. So methodology. This is like step-by-step explanation of presentation. So literature review, we know that MRI, CNS, transfer learning, XI, as discussed. Then we have dataset engineering. My dataset has 12 classes of brain tumor, clean splits, duplicate risk control, model training, ResNet 50, weighted sampling, class weighting 2, loss, explainability, XI methods, system integration is, backend is based on fast API, and React is plus with Vite. Frontend is on React plus Vite. And evaluation is like showing accuracy in my presentation. So results, we have statistics of my model. As you can see, validation images we have 1050, accuracy 76.0.6, macro precision is 0.3453, and macro recall is 0.9077. This accuracy is not better because for my idea, this accuracy is good enough. The more important thing is recall and precision. I will explain later. 76 accuracy group for difficult work class imbalanced prototype. Imbalanced means like for each class we have like different numbers of images, so it's hardly make a model learn equally for all classes. So this accuracy is good for them, but not enough for clinical deployment. Next question: why is macro F1 important? Macro F1 treats classes more equally and exposes whether array classes are weaker than majority classes. What are weak points? In my project, weak points is array classes, only 12 classes instead of like maybe it should be like 13, but in array tumor there is like one class and like in this class I have like more than 10 classes, different classes. So it's hard to make complicated data set in this project. How can results improve? Should be most importantly should be a data set, complicated data set for making every model parts work as it should be. For example, like in data set we have just an image of brain, one brain, full brain, but in complicated data sets like segmented masks, we have one brain, and in this brain we have like separated images of part of the brain. This part of the brain needs to be implemented in my project because without them, exam methods not accurate. Dataset result analyzing. As you can see, we have training, validation, testing for datasets. Summary, we have 10,000 images, but for 12 plus tumors, when leakage happened, I used is CH1 duplicate available filtering and split inspection reduce exact duplicate overlap to 0 in the failure to workflow. Here I show what architectures I used, which one has pros and cons. So as you can see, ResNet is more stable, working with PyTorch greatly. It's a methods compatible. Other than ResNet, have some pros, but they have bigger cons than ResNet 50. This is just explanatory of ResNet 50, how it works, how it affects in my model, like which part of model ResNet is working in my model project. So yeah, description, important things, evolution, residual, skip connections, and final classifier. How the prediction pipeline works? Step by step, explains how user will work with my project. So user selects MRI images in web interface. Then it comes with preprocessing. Backend sends endpoints, resizes, normalizes, and converts images to transfer. Then model inference, ResNet outputs probability for each of 12 classes. Formatting results, SIP returns class name, confidence, and probability list. Then the explanation, it's different box, another box, which contains exam methods, which generates visual evidence for prediction. Here I designed blocks for each step, like how my web system works. So we have user who goes to web system, website, then proceeds backend FastAPI, then it sends to PyTorch, send exam manager, then it gives metrics and class market. There is a list of tools which I used in this project: FastAPI, PyTorch, JSON. Each of them with explanation involved. here we have exam methods, which gives us results like this. As you can see, visually it shows different layers. In substyle we have dots, which shows various many dots. Here is tumor. Line also shows the same thing. Rectum shows heat map for various red one is tumor. But as you can see, here is three of them showing incorrect results. It's because of data set. My data set is only for brain images, not like separated masks. If I have separated masks, I can make exam methods properly. But it's written in my future work, so it will improve my process. I think I explained this part. So you can skip. Here is screenshots, but screenshots is very low quality. So I will just show you the website myself. Again, reliability is part of research contribution. Again, this is the most important one. So we have three main topics: health and status and products, artifact synchronization, and input validation. So evaluation, we by the presentation, I explained strong aggregate feasibility. Our model has 76.6 validation accuracy score. Macro F1 below accuracy. It explains that classes are ignorance and any categories remain visible. High macro recall. Macro identifies main class instances, but precision is uneven. XAI included. Predictions can be inspected, not only expected as black box sample. Clinical use, not like this one is just a prototype, so I wrote this. There is external validation and patient level splitting are similar required. There was scenario, I will just show you my web system, my project web. So the limitation, as I said, I have some class imbalance, image level validation, clinical validations, and bias. In future work, I can fix this parts by improving data set, some backend parts, and it will be easy, but I need to find complicated data sets which I didn't find in my period of working. And this is last page. So it's just a conclusion. Some references for which information I took from. So thank you. May I present the part?
Demo just quickly go with the demo.
This is my website. Main page. As you can see, we have runner, we have action buttons, header. These are 5 rows, like analyzers, tumor library, ethology, and candidates. And we have cardboard of model snapshots for users to show them that model has this type of statistics. Some user-based informations for them to understand how this website works. So firstly, let's see the different roles. Then lastly, I will show you how my environmental or how my project works. In the role Tumor library, as you can see, we have 12 classes. Each of them described with filters like priority of dangerous tumor. So if we click one of them details, we can go to page of this tumor, and in this page we have description, some type of symptoms, and some different information. Next we have methodology. This page is showing you how workflow works, step by step. And we have tables like for each model or each part of system, how it works, how it calculates everything, and some disclaimers. Next row is evidence. Evidence for showing every detail of model. Also here will be an article which I am preparing. There will be a link for a journal. It's a KC article, read article, and understand more important parts for what this project innovative for. Some links for radiology statements, like what is MRI, medical devices, printer review, and the main part of project looks like this. So upload images. We can just Google it from internet. Like this. Or we can take it from Google.
Take it from here. Say that again.
You can take it, but there is no written which type of tumor is.
You can try the type in Google search. You can type below and write just take it.
It's neuroblastoma. I don't think it has let's try it. So just copy paste here. Start button. Not give the results because I don't have this type of tumor. But as you can see, it gives us predicted class, diagnosis, probabilities, each tumor is has. Then we have explainability cards, where exam methods works. In this part, it uses by default breadcrumb, but we can choose which three methods of exam can use. Just clicking like that. As you can see, this looks showing which part of image is tumor, located tumor. Line is more hard one because it loads like 500, I think. It needs some times. So as you can see, this is not properly working because this brain images, it's making value for model, and it will just do it everywhere. It's because of data set, different data set. Let me show you the different. I think you can do this. I think this one is. So I will take from here, which my model has. Not another one. So as you can see, it gives correct on the right tumor. This probability of 95.6. And we can check it by watching like this. We can go like this. Here we can select images. And it gives the same results as here. So this is my first system. That's it. Next, I can show you how it done, my backend level. We have folders like back, which is for backend, frontend, models training. We have 20 repos. Is best model of them. We have metrics, so we get statistics from training model. Class mapping. It's just for the. So let me show you first backend. We have the main file, which includes some training, loading training models, some functions for visualizing images, dataset functions, some metrics from dataset. As you can see here is more algorithms. This algorithm is for torch, which visualizes images. Using Unicode for data training. This file is for, I think, training model. It will change from last year. So as you can see, we can download this training file is here. These functions for creating less leakage and building more sizes are too. I think this one is older one because I didn't change it when I trained my model. So my model trained with different parameters. Instead of CPU or GPU, of course. Mine was first it was 15, then I changed to 20. Large size same.
Okay, no need to explain this code. There's no need to presentation. Understand? No need to explain this code. Just go back to the presentation. We should ask some questions from there, I believe.
I think that's it.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
my logic.
Comments, questions?
Can you start?
I don't know.
While you were showing your presentation, you have mentioned some scale. Yeah. For each. I wrote it here. One moment. Okay, so just tell me that. How could you explain how many years or whatever you have taken?
Names for my images. As you can see, with uploading this type of photo images, it's different sizes. So the model cannot properly analyze the model, or we use layers like with fixed parameters. Okay, so size 20 or 224, which by x and y. Size conventional level is more.
The question, I'm just having some question related to the data sets. What is the data size? Data set size?
3 gigabyte.
3 gigabyte data size in terms of how many pictures you have for the training, for the testing.
All of them 10,000, but each it's the same pictures, testing, training, and validation.
So if you are using the same picture for the validation, training, and testing, it will give good accuracy. You need to just test with the new.
Accuracy is not important for this project. I cannot. The more important is analyzing, giving diagnosis, like taking from picture, analyzing, giving diagnosis, which part of which type of tumor is, not for examining it.
Okay, so how you decide that there is only 12 class of the tumor? Is there any guidelines or some board? You have only have 12 class of tumor. Why not 6 class? Why not 18 class?
Research in cover tools.
Okay, so that data set is having, or that is having only 12 class. That's why you do.
Yeah, not 12. Different, like 5, 3, or 1.
So why you
So
do 12?
there is more resources
Yeah.
from different links, different data sets, one by one. Generalizing, so I get 12 tumors, which is acceptable, I think, for a project. 100 images, accuracy. That's it.
And you have shown most of the literature related to the model. Is there any literature or the what existing like this analyzing online web page or web application is available somewhere? Have you
I think in public there is no such web system for this type of task, like using AI for MRI images. There is nothing. But there is certain articles which is good for my project because it's making this term, this topic is popular.
Mm-hmm.
So I do research. So I found like 12 to 15 articles just in this year. Same topic, same exact topic, but different realization. They just use a data set, give us how to say, results in just complicated, not just visualizing, visualizing this idea. So yeah, they are not my brain.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, and you have mentioned somewhere that, in the last question, you have mentioned somewhere that your work is only for the research and the educational purpose,
yes,
not for the clinical use. So what is the use of it? What is the requirement to be used in the clinic? I mean, how you validate?
data sets, only data sets, because you go
Data set mean what? For example, these are also data sets. This is not the right one. If I want to use this data set for predicting the tumor for previous people, for example.
Can I show you segmented tasks, data sets?
No, just answer.
Yeah,
Evidence is okay, but no, understanding, I just try to understand how you understand it to take it for the real time use or the application within the real time. So what you need to validate it, how the people will use, where you are, this is a real application, what is the gap and what is the approach to do it.
my project for clinic and doctors, of course,
Okay.
they will use it in machine.
Okay.
They have like machine,
Uh-huh.
use software,
Mm-hmm.
and use this type of software project to get better results.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you try ChatGPT,
Mhm.
tell him what type of tumor is it,
Mhm.
he will not give an answer because he has flaws.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have training for this. He cannot detect which type of tumor. So I think it's a good idea for innovative.
Mm-hmm.
In future, if we improve this all of the parts,
Mhm.
not only MRI image of brain, but all MRI images, part of body,
Mhm.
different type of medical analyzing.
So what I understood, you need an expert from the medical field to validate it with the data set and the picture, whatever is there, for the validation, which pictures and the data set is not seen before. It is the unseen data set or unseen picture, and supported with or just coordinated with some expert like a doctor and who is expert in this field. So after the validation, it may be used or just used for some analysis. Whatever you are just claiming, that need to be validated somewhere by someone, by some people who is expert in that. So in that way, I'm answering this question. Okay, thank you for my answer.
No, training and testing ratios for the capacity. Percentage of what in case for testing data, training the model, 80-20. For what will be covered? 70? Okay.
72 or 80.
70-80.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me start with the data. Just trying to understand something. Your data are collected publicly, right, from publicly available sources.
Yes.
So there is no newly collected data. So you didn't do any kind of labeling by yourself, right? So they are all pre-labeled. And then you collected all the data, and then you came up with these 12 different classes.
Yes.
But the classes were imbalanced, right? Okay. So did you try to take, for example, some algorithms for class balance? Why didn't you consider that? This is already a very common scenario where you wanted to check, for example, the changes between comparison before having the class imbalance and why you are having class imbalance after you balance. Usually there is like several kinds of algorithms.
There is no such thing for
Small algorithms.
data set to make the project accuracy more good. There is no data set. Like in my images, there is thousands of them. They are the same data set, images. So it needs to be improved. Like in kernel, there is 44 types.
Okay.
Each of them has like 10 images, sometimes has 100 images.
Yeah, there is like algorithms which mimics this and try to basically make the balance. Maybe considering them would be helpful, right? So that is like maybe something that you could consider for the future. So coming to the modern architecture, so you have used ResNet 50, and why? What is the reason behind? How do you identify this from the literatures? Just you can connect this. What is there, for example, available in the literature? Can this perform very well for other data sets as well? Because now it's kind of confusing in your case because you have collected several data sets from different things. And how do we really compare? Usually, when you try some algorithm, then maybe you compare its performance, how it actually worked on one, how it performed on one data set with respect to another data set. It would be kind of benchmark that you would be, for example, comparing. So it is a bit confusing in this case, but if there is a good reason why you have, for example, picked this ResNet 50, I would like to.
ResNet is good for assignments. It's good for PyTorch amplification.
So literature?
Yeah.
Just you include this evidences already in your article or in your thesis? Okay, another is you said about 76% of accuracy you have. Can you say anything about precision recall curve, how the threshold was, for example, decided, okay, why, for example, that 90% of recall would be sufficient, or when you're having basically, I don't know, maybe 60% something of precision, or if you, for example, use same like area under curve, all this would be really helpful. For medical related kinds of studies, these are really the standard tools that are used for really measuring the performance. Because, like you have said, this is a very sensitive kind of subject for talking about the health of people. So if you really advise users, especially doctors, to use it, so maybe these are the things that if you really offer any medical help to AI, you will see most of the results that are given based on performance and based on PUC curve and precision curve. And this, there is a reason behind it. So yes, it is good that you have to really maximize the recall. You don't want to miss out, for example, someone has a tumor and then you mislabel it. This is important, but other considerations has to be also done. Maybe for your article or for your thesis, this is something that you need to develop. So I'm not only asking questions, I'm also trying to give you a suggestion. Coming back to your prototype, so you said you have a prototype, right, for working on this, and it's not yet deployed, right? So what about the testing? What are the considerations that has been made? Can you, for example, update this basically API, for example, with newly available data set whenever you get it for some hospital, let's say for kidneys hospitals, would you be doing that? Is there already this data sort made very nicely program?
If you have like contacts with medical,
do you have an discussion?
Yeah.
You have all this? Okay, I think Dr. Doyle already asked about external validation. This is very important, especially if you are trying to send this in the form of article. One of the questions most of the reviewers will ask you is, for example, the presence of external validation or not. Because
people have to trust it. Maybe some clinicians or physicians have to try it out and say, okay, it's a good tool and we can rely on it. And so, what are you thinking about it? Do you have any ideas? Is it doable in your case?
It's doable.
When? How much ready are you with it?
Depends.
What do you mean?
How you will do after it?
After the or you will go for summer vacation? Okay, last thing would be about requirement as well. I think Dr. Lee also would shed a light on this regarding the expectation for our master's students. Do they need to have an article published? If so, what is your status? Do you have already a publication regarding this topic? Or have you written a manuscript? Is it submitted or this, what is the status? If it is there, you will show us.
It's pending. I'm doing my article about this project. I will write about future moves, how to impose what's the idea of innovative things.
So, what is the requirement?
Yes, as a requirement, they need to publish. However, they have published in preprints.
They published already?
Yes, they published already. But regarding these topics, yes, they are working. They may submit or not, because in our regulation, it says just to have one preprint, even one publication, it says. So there is no like strict requirement that it should be in journal and etc.
Publication should be related to
So
the
publication
thesis or
can
the
be
work
yes, any
or any random.
any random can be not random in their field, like in their field of master's. Like it's not in pedagogy or it's not something because
No, that is related
yes,
to
they
thesis
have,
or the project,
yeah,
what they are doing.
They have published the preprints in data visualization course. They have already published.
Preprint is enough?
Yes, yes.
In addition about preprints, would you mind to share with us some kind of this requirement? I mean, some document, because preprint sounds weird.
Yeah. They are not reviewed.
Yes, they are not reviewed because in our requirements, it's not said that it should be peer reviewed or it should be something like.
Could you please share with us this document?
Yes, I can share. Yeah, it is in Russian language, so I will share with you. Yes, we were looking because we had again this kind of issues in other master departments as well. That's why we have again looked for our college provisions, and in the provision it says just in some place it says it can be sent just or it can be like the preparation. In another case it says it should be published, but again it's not said like it should be in peer reviewed or it should be in some journal or etc. And that's why we agreed to the defense with their preprints.
Yeah, it's the first time here for me.
I can share, yes.
Because of my former students who has graduated. I remember one student from USA, for example, when Dr. Musso was online, I think, during the defense. We were asking, okay, so they need to at least submit it to maybe some journal, or this article has to be submitted to some peer-reviewed conferences, like ICACO and so on. Because otherwise, how could we really make a difference between master's and bachelor program? Because even like our bachelor students are really doing their articles nowadays into ICACO conferences and so on. I think this is something really we need to.
Okay, we will see.
Yes,
better
yes.
to be review
Yeah.
and just think in that.
I mean, to keep the quality of our work, because I remember from the first batch of our master's program, I remember.
You also did this one in our computer, yes? I remember.
Because in the past 2 years, we consecutively we were having, remember, Mr. Davis, Ms. Markia, all of this, we are having like actually ICACO papers before they come for the master.
you have actually published it.
You can submit it to a conference. I think we have.
You have published articles.
Yeah, I mean, related to
Yes, if you have something you need to show also, here in the presentation, that will give you the positive impact.
But you have published articles.
That you have published this article.
I mean, when you graduate from a master's with
Make sure that you have published
articles,
articles like that last one.
we should at least the status of our program. If we keep it to preprints, really, it's very well focused.
Really focused now.
Yes.
So
He doesn't understand.
Okay.
Okay, just
We will discuss about the upgradation later on, because this is not the students.
thank you very much. It was very nice work, right?
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see that you pay attention to the software part as well, right? Because I like as well, right? It was very good to question about the limit, right? Because still we see local host, right? But what do you have to say when you wanna use to actually deploy this as well?
For front-end person, but for runtime, don't know where to deploy.
Okay, so it will go to future, right? And
Future
also, and also you mentioned that you used REST API, right? But REST API is based HTTP protocol, right? Not HTTPS. And it's kind of question about security, right? How you took into consideration DevSecOps in your work? So the security, I mean, how is security your application?
I will change from fast API to
Okay, so I propose to finalize. More questions from the audience?
Samatagad? No. Congratulations at
Yeah,
least.
maybe we can discuss this matter later on.
Yes, so waiting for revised version of the report, right? Because 75% is not acceptable.
I think it's plagiarism.
We're talking about AI writing detection.
75%.
75% is unacceptable. And if you go to school, you would go with one.
I think, Dr. Brul, how
Yeah.
much percent AI is allowed?
So up to 30.
Overall.
Overall, like-
75 is absolutely out
Yes.
of range.
Yes, before you came, I was explaining to our committee because last year, last week, the license for strike plagiarism is ended, and I couldn't check it. Then on Monday again, they have taken these licenses, and yesterday in the morning I have uploaded. Today in the morning I got these results. Because we were waiting, I was trying to send them in order they would again work on it, but we got in the morning. I have shown to Professor Zubov as well, and that's why, like,
Yeah, slowly work on it. It's normal.
The main objective of this work is to
no,
develop
yeah.
a language application for this analysis.
Do not use any tool. Just
Yes,
write
you should again retype it maybe. Sometimes when you are retyping yourself, again this AI content is going to decrease. So any questions? No? So thank you very much, Augustin. Dastan, please. The stage is yours.
Yeah, please. It's fine.
Yes.
Mhm.
1 hour we had. 1 hour.
No, actually we need
Someone
to.
should control the time.
Yeah, I think what we can discuss
Yes.
is,
No, there should be at least maximum 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Yes.
we're taking too much.
Yes, we have taken 1 hour.
1 hour?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
We started at 12, actually.
Actually, we need to focus on the results
One
in the
person.
presentation. In the presentation, when they present.
One person just to show the time, right?
no,
Yes,
the
yes,
Yes,
presentation was very good.
because
Yeah.
I also didn't keep the time. I supposed that it will finish, but the discussion went very, and yes. When he will start, I
The
will,
presentation was very
dear
short,
professors.
and that was taking too much
Yeah,
time.
just.
Not the questions, I'm sure it was the presentation.
No, even it is there in our mind that there is
Okay,
only.
but Samadara, please keep the time.
Keep the time for the
Please
presenter.
help us with the timekeeping.
Чисто показывать умею.
Çoğunluğu, burası konuşuyor. 15 minutes.
20 minutes for presentation, 10 minutes
Yes.
is for question answer. I think.
No, we can.
I think it is.
No,
Mhm. Okay. you have question, you may wait outside maybe.
Окей. Проверьте еще листала. Какая важность? Проверьте еще раз листала.
Да.
Потому что обычно он не показывает, потому что не досчитала.
Или что-то там
Да.
еще вышло, да? Хорошо, я перепроверю тогда его.
Да, можешь добавить.
Which tools you people are using at your university? This Turnitin.
Yeah, because it was alternative part.
That's
I would say
best.
it's very best.
Okay.
And it's interesting, so for tomorrow visual.
It is
It's only expensive.
the number of user
Вот,
based.
вот,
Number of user they are giving as a license. 1 or 2 user for some.
Quillbot also generate the result and mention it Turnitin.
It is mentioned,
Rahmat,
but
can I
it's
read
not
this?
without license, you cannot use it.
That is very secure.
These are the third parties.
So these
They are
are
checking from there, from Turnitin. That's what I'm saying.
no, they must be cheating because everything is
Hallucination is cheating.
They are selling to the Quillbot or just many of those.
But you know, what are suppose simply hallucinate. So they mentioned, but they didn't use it.
Yeah.
And Turnitin is very close. No license, no access.
Yeah.
Hallucinations.
Yeah, that's why I kept its name like for years. I remember doing
Yes,
my
yes.
PhD in 2015, so that's like more than 11 years. So I was
First
using
name sound like this one, Turnitin. But I have observed that even Quillbot,
So very
when you
expensive.
upload your document, they check it from Turnitin and mention Turnitin symbol.
Don't trust those bots, don't trust.
These are just markets.
They're hallucinating. Just something information.
Okay. Should be directly from Turnitin.
Yeah,
I think we should start.
Here we go.
Dastan, are you ready?
Yes.
Your time is 20 minutes for presentation and 10 minutes for question answer.
Okay.
So try to finish in that time frame. And mainly just outline your presentation and focus on the results and the where you want. Don't go too much detail in introduction and methodology.
Okay.
So we have only 2 students.
Oh, yes.
I only 2 students. Oh,
Masters.
yeah. Master's students. 2 master's students.
But tomorrow, 24.
Two students, not good. We have how many students? 5, 6 in the program.
Some of them actually this year they have implemented a new rule that presentation should be not online.
Not all.
Yeah, so some of the students are abroad. That's why they have
So they will apply.
they need to come here to
Вы
present
переключили?
of them.
Вы переключили эту штуку?
Crop yield is only climate and remote sensing data. Crop yield.
Поделилась где вы можете посмотреть оценки. Я поделюсь с другими членами комиссии тоже, они тоже выступят, и как раз там
Вы же написали бюллетень, который выслал.
Да, вы будете там ставить, потом мы вам дадим список, который завтра к вам будет приходить прямо защищаться, и те, которые будут вам уже после.
Бюллетени с коллегами не выслали какие-то оценки?
Я сейчас надеюсь попрошу, потому что здесь только Рахмет будет с вами на баковом занятии.
Ну, а сейчас интересует теперь,
Для магистрантов, да, те же самые.
что ну, вы вышлите, да? Вы выслали же, да? Не знаете?
Ну, Риза должна была выслать. Давайте я
Она
скажу.
мне только сегодня дала. Поэтому, пожалуйста.
Ну, в принципе, они до этого участвовали, надеюсь, знают. Сейчас я, Риза, еще раз уточню.
Хорошо, мы идет обсуждение, когда работаете.
Вот так, да, сейчас достану, вот закончит, потом мы с вами вместе здесь обсуждение всего.
Хорошо. Это очень квадрате получается с критериями, да? Мы это допишем критерии от каждого критерия получается. Потом мы выйдем в среднее. Нормально будет?
Сейчас.
Табличку с критериями. Каждый будет сказать свою точку зрения, и потом мы получим среднее. Нормально будет?
Да, так и будет. Да. Как вы скажете, так и будет
Вот
продолжать.
табличку будет то же самое экселевскую, да? Табличку экселевскую. Мы допишем мнение каждого коллеги, преподавателя, вы запишите.
Да.
И потом мы будем среднее.
Да.
Good afternoon, dear committee members, dear teachers, dear doctors. I would like to present my thesis in data science, and the topic is predicting the crop yield in Kyrgyzstan using the climate and remote sensing data, which was supervised by Dr. David Pan. So, let us continue. Let us continue the outline. So our presentation consists of 8 sections. The first part is introduction, then problem statement, research aim and objectives, literature review, methodology, results and discussion, conclusion, and future work and references. So let's start with introduction. So as you know, the agriculture plays a big role in our country's GDP, so it's around 11% of the GDP of our country, and 30% of workforce nationwide. And we'll be looking for 3 staple crops, which are the wheat, barley, and potato, which are widely used in our country. So the climate vulnerability of our region, the warming at twice the global rate. So we are have really big issues about this global warming, and of course the glacier retreat in our country. They are retreating very fast, and not stable precipitation in our region. And also UNDP ranks the Kyrgyzstan among the most exposed nations in Central Asia. Let's have a look to the historical shocks. So during my work periods, so I have looked starting from 1992 up to 2025, and we have throughout this period we had 5 periods for the drought season, and of course there are no early warning system. Up to now there are no early warning system for our country. So problem statements. Right now, no national scale forecasting framework exists. Second one is climate change amplifies agricultural risk. And harvest failures detected too late right now. And open data not yet leveraged. Like open data sources are not used yet to make some predictions. So actually, there were some research, but I'll mention them later. So aim, the research aim, to develop and evaluate an open data machine learning pipeline that accurately predicts annual prediction of the wheat, barley, and potato in this case in our country using ERA 5 climate reanalysis and MODIS NDVI data, and to translate model outputs into operational policy tools for food security planning. So the research questions are following. Can machine learning accurately predict wheat, barley, potato yields from a 34-year national panel? So starting from 92 up to 2025. And do Area 5 climates and Moody's NDVI independently explain yield variability without historical yield data? So this is the important question. So it will be answered a bit later. And which climate variables most strongly influence each crop? And can climate forecast support an operational seasonal early warning system? Objectives are assemble those data like Area 5, Moody's NDVI, and also including the FAO stats. Let me give you a brief information about Area 5. It's a European Center of Weather Forecasting. I collected data from there. Moody's NDVI comes from the NASA. There are 2 satellites, one for Terra, one for Aqua. I used the Terra satellites. And also FAO, this is the Food Agricultural Organization, which gave me 34-year and 102 observation national panel. Engineer agronomic features, like there are a couple of features engineered, like the growing degree days, GDD, growing degree days, seasonal anomalies, NDVI indices, and lagged yields. Third one is train and evaluate machine learning models across 3 feature sets. So we use 3 features with temporal CV plus SHAP analysis. Deliver an early warning protocol, and the fourth one is to deliver an early warning protocol, oblast vulnerability map, and also forecasting for the 2026 and 2028. Okay, literature review. The machine learning for crop yield prediction. So I used these models, the random forest, XGBoost, LightGBM, CatBoost, and SHAP for prediction. And also Kyrgyzstan contexts. So as I told you before, that there were a couple of research regarding the similar to mine, which was held by Bibosunov and Sabetov, and they looked only to Issyk region of our country for potato study. So they had the map of 10%, which would be also similar to mine, but mine is maybe better. And research gap, the important parts: no national multi-crop machine learning framework, no SHAP explainability for Kyrgyzstan yet, and also no climate-only benchmark, no early warning protocol up to now. Methodology, the data sources, as I mentioned before, FAO comes from the Food Agricultural Organization. There were 3 crops: wheat, barley, potato. 34 years, starting from 92 up to 2025, and I had 102 national crop year observations, and the features are yields, hectograms per hectare, area of the crop planted area, production in tons, and 2025 values from Kyrgyzstan preliminary reports. The Area 5 comes from the European Center of Weather Forecasting, and there are a lot of grids across the Kyrgyzstan, like 893 grid points, which is very important because, well, it moreover captures all the Kyrgyzstan, the mountainous, high altitude regions too.
Okay, these are the data resources. Just go to the panel. Okay. You have already finished your.
And from my data, I put 3 sets. The set A consists of logs only. Like logs means the historical information that was held before. Like all the historical information starting from 92. And set B consists of all data, like historical data, the LUX, plus the new data, ERA 5 and NTVI, the satellite data and also the forecasting weather from European Center. And set C, the climate only. The climate only means ERA 5 and NTVI, without LUX. Okay. So, what kind of results do we have? Here, as you can see, the lower here, the lower is better, as you can see. So, CAD boosts and random forest models are working quite well, giving the random forest gives us the 99%. Yeah. Also here the MAPE, like the percentage error, the mean.
What is the full form of this map?
Huh?
What is the full form? MAP.
Map. Map?
Yeah.
MAPE. MAPE. Where is it? This one? Yeah, this one I'm explaining. This is the mean absolute percentage error.
Okay.
Mean absolute percentage error, which shows like how the error of the prediction. The error of the prediction took in the absolutes, like the mean absolute. And also this one is the difference between my sets. As you remember, I put 3 sets, and I started to comparing them. In the first set, the random forest makes 99%, 99 and 78. But at the set C, where the only climate data provided, the CAD boost gives me the better percentage, like the 99 and 47, as you can see. So from this point, the minus negative 0.003 is the important number, because the difference between the sets where I looked only the lagged yields and difference between the climate data only is not much. So if you can think that the only lagged yields data may autocorrelate, there might be autocorrelation, because from the previous data, but the climate data also gives us the good information. Like it means that the climate data gives also the important signal for the forecasting, not only the lagged dates. Okay. So for also the important number 9947 for the CAD boosts, which works. And as you can see from here, here is the dotted cross line, and CAD boosts outperforms random forest in set C, as you can see. The climate only 99 versus LUX only 0.997, near identical accuracy. So the sharp dependence reveals nonlinear precipitation threshold, not autocorrelation, and the one confirmed drought year in the test period 2018 correctly predicted with climate. So I will tell you that I put the testing data starting from 92 to 2017, and starting from 2017 up to 2025, there was a testing data, training and testing data. I made a split decision. Okay. So the key sharp findings are that the mean of the sharp is 192 precipitation, larger than any other climate feature in cereal product prediction. So it means that cereal, like the barley and wheat, is highly dependent from the precipitation. And also NDVI, anomaly sharp positive throughout, carries info beyond what precipitation alone encodes. And temperature pushes yields down. High spring temperature, negative sharp, confirms heat stress mechanism from agronomic literature. So it means that if during the springtime, like from March to May, if the temperature will be high, it will be directly impacts on the yields in autumn. Like there will be a heat stress. Okay, and here are the results of my work. Extended yield forecast for 2026 and 2028. From here, you can see the predictions for the wheat, barley, and potato. And in the middle is a baseline. And for the blue part here, it's a cool wet, like the best temperature conditions and best precipitation conditions. So if this one helps in this year, so the yields will be better. But if for the warm dry, if there will be really hot weather and no precipitation for the wheat, the prediction goes down, like in the drought seasons, for example. The same thing for barley. The difference between the best part and the worst part is really the range is big. But if you look to the potato, the leverage, like the distance between the best and the worst is not that much, as you can see. What it says? It says that the potato irrigated well in our country. Potato irrigated. The irrigation system for potato is well constructed, but for the wheat and barley, we need to make some investments as a country for the irrigation system. Okay, because the wheat and barley only depends on the weather, like the rains. Okay, operational early warning protocol. So as I mentioned, we can warn our country and our farmers in order to make some preparations for the upcoming yields. So the first one is we just monitoring from April to June. We are monitoring the data. We are downloading the newly updated data from ERA 5 and Moody's NDVI, like the climate data, and we'll track growing season precipitation versus our already covered data. We are comparing them, okay? And the level 2 is first alert. If the precipitation anomaly less than -50, it means that if the precipitation is less than -50, it means that we have to, there might be a drought season. So that's why the first alert will be done on June of 30. The level 2 by July 15. We will be also looking to the temperature anomaly, like compared to the previous years, because we already had 5 drought seasons throughout this period. So we can really say that if the anomaly is, for example, temperatures greater than some mean, it means that also it might be really badly influence the crop yield. The fourth one, yield forecast. We will, after collecting all the data, all the newly data, we will run the CAT boosts because it performed well for the climate data. CAT boosts on set C, and we'll be observing it. So the issue range between the main will be around 10.4 plus or minus, and policy response, like the mild, the shortage of the yield is around 5 or 15, the moderate is around 15 and 25, and severe case where we are really in big trouble, it means that greater than 25%. So it's an already emergency protocol and the country should intervene. Okay, the conclusion. The best overall performance is random forest for the set B or NA and the CAT boost for the set C. SHAP confirmed climate drivers. The precipitation dominates for cereals. Precipitation NDVI carries independent signal, and non-linear thresholds so these are some thresholds, like we're looking for 290, also 192, so just to compare, it is less than or greater than. If it's less than, then some alerts will be given. And the honest limitations, honest limitations are that my data consists of only small, my data is small in this case, only 102 observations. Because our country is starting from 1991 up to now, so really low data, but if the years are go on, I'll get the more observation. Also, if we will look to the regional data, like
observation,
like
okay, just finish it.
crops, 3 crops multiplied, 3 crops multiplied by the years. How many years are there? And if there will be information about the regional districts data, like from Lysekil, Batken, Naren, the observation will be highly, dramatically or highly increase. Okay? The headline scientific finding, the climate-only CAT boost, the only climate data, CAT boost achieves good results with no historical yield data. And Era 5 and NDVI genuinely explain yield, not just autocorrelation. So policy early warning forecasts, 5-stage protocols issues, forecasts by August 1. We have 4 or 8 weeks lead to time. If we have one dry weeks, the difference will be minus 90% for the wheat, negative 14% for the barley, and potato near stable because irrigation system works well. Okay, contributions to the research. The first, it will be first national multi-crop machine learning data set for Kyrgyzstan. The three crops. Okay, and climate-only benchmark, like the first demonstration that Era 5 and NDVI without yield lags achieves near identical accuracy at national scale. The third one is statistically validated climate yield correlations, like precipitation will be looking less than 0.01, NDVI less than 0.05 confirmed. And the fourth one is SHAP explainability, like the first SHAP analysis for Kyrgyzstan agriculture, crop-specific attribution statements, and non-linear precipitation threshold identified. The fifth one is open data only, so all of the data is openly available. August 1 forecast with 4 to 8 week leads, and August vulnerability, and also the forecasting from 26 to 28. Recommendation for future research, subnational district level modeling, as I said. Also, maybe we can look to the Sentinel-2 NDVI integration and management variable integration. We can consider also the fertilizer application rates, certified seed adoption, and so on. So here are the references, the selected references. And real-world deployment. So how can we deploy our work? The first one is data injection. Like every upcoming year, there's a data. We are updating our data sets, and then we are running through the CAD boosts. It works and making some predictions. Dashboard of output. We can put the dashboard in a Streamlit, so everyone can see our outputs. And ministry notification. We can, if there are some alerts, we can notify the ministry of our agriculture, so they will be prepared. Maybe they will import some yields from other countries. We can create. So I'm planning to create this kind of websites where the alerts will be provided. For example, if I have negative 52 millimeters, the precipitation of negative 52 millimeters below, it means that there is alerts, the low precipitation in this year. Like the forecast will be around 2,400 hectograms per hectare, and the deviation is around negative 8.3%, and maybe is plus or minus 10%. Thank you for your attention, and if there are any questions.
See, I want to know that source of data first, and how it is actually you are doing for multi-crop, right?
Yes.
So how it is different from existing applications? First, the source of data.
So, source of data, the FAO-stat data I gather from the Food Agricultural Organization website. It provides for more or less every country in the world. The ERA 5, I get it from the European Center of Weather Forecasting. For our country, there are around 893 grids, so covers mostly all our places, also the high altitude places in our country. As you know, it's mountainous country, and there are some high altitude grids also, which also gives the reliable data. And the NDVI comes from the NASA satellites, especially from the Terra. There are two satellites, Terra and Aqua. Terra looks for the land, and Aqua looks for the oceans.
How it is different from existing applications?
As I mentioned before, there are no applications which are considering multi-crop pipeline. So this will be the first one. Yeah, this is the first one.
For multi-crop.
Yeah, multi-crop.
So previously,
it was conducted for the Issyk region and only for potato.
only for potato.
Right now it's national-based. So
Okay, so it's related. So now you say there are like two workers, which work on this equal region, only on potato. Right? So did you compare the setup that they have used, have you read their paper, and then implemented your case and showing basically your algorithms that you have chosen for whatever reason, maybe using hyperparameter tuning or taking better data, you have actually better performance. Can you, for example, clarify this point? So they have used well data regarding basically potatoes. You could also test this for potatoes and say, my algorithms are on this aspect chosen to be better. And then, for example, it gives you now strength for choosing these methods, or just an algorithm to move forward with it. And, for example, apply for multi-crop scenario, which perhaps did you do this kind of thing?
they are also using the well-known algorithms like the random forests, because the data is small, so that's why deep learning is not working here. And so that's why they are using the tree-based ensembles.
So what was the performance?
The error was around 10%. Like mine is 8 points.
Bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay. Maybe this is something that you could explore more, because you have to really show how your results are significant. Okay, because even me and Dr. Ahmed were talking in maths. I think it was students, like bachelor students. We have seen exactly the same topic. Students are now basically presenting. Most likely, we will be looking at this thesis tomorrow also. That's why, for example, we try to see what new thing we will be doing. It's not a problem to have similar topic, but then the contribution should outweigh, especially when study with if someone is doing this at the bachelor level. So now you were talking about the early warning system. Is there already existing early warning system in place in Kyrgyzstan?
No.
How can
Hopefully
you
it will be the first.
So how much time do you spend in searching this? Because now when it comes to Kyrgyzstan, you have to search in Kyrgyz language, in Russian language, and so on. I think most of the literature or the sources. Did you do that?
Yeah, I look for the Google Scholar and like search for like with something related to Kyrgyzstan and machine learning, some research, and there wasn't any. Also, I put it in AI like deep search. They also
You haven't found it.
not found it.
So you mentioned about creating just a, for example, dashboard, and but do you think exactly how this is going to be applicable? Whom, which office you have to talk to, so that they will be, for example, using this early warning system and reach out to the farmers in time. So did you have like clear understanding of how the steps goes?
Yeah, more or less yes. So I should go to Ministry of Agriculture and present my thesis. So and present my work and how can we detect the problematic year, for example, the yields for forecasting, like, and if probably they will agree, I guess, on this one. So, and from the government, there should be also investment for the data science team, for me, not only me, a couple of people who should work on this.
Yeah, I mean, one suggestion would be, for example, to look into the cases of similar countries. You have Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. Sometimes it helps us to explore the regional countries. Do they have this kind of system? How they went into this step? What are the necessary steps that need to lead to the implementation? Maybe just releasing maybe a simple dashboard may not be sufficient. That's why I'm asking. That's enough, I think. And the last thing is, as usual, the requirement. Have you written any article or have you your articles in preparation? What do you have?
So right now I'm working on the publication regarding this thesis. So I will be considering only the important novelty that I came. So this is the sharp explainability and also the climate-only data prediction. Climate-only data prediction.
So article in preparation.
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Other questions, colleagues?
Let me ask one question. You have shown 102 observation and 44 features. Somewhere in your slides, 44 features.
Observations.
102 observations and 44 features. What is these 44 features?
There are
actually what the data set is having. It is only temperature.
No.
It is having altitude, because those features or the parameter is not understandable in the data sets, because there is no information. There is the category, okay, set A, set B, and set C. But what is there inside this set A, set B, and set C? Do you understand? If I am going to predict, for example, diabetes, so I need to know the person age, I need to know the blood pressure, I need to know many parameters for the features, we can say. In that way, 44 you mentioned somewhere, but it is not shown what is those 44 parameters.
So basically, there are precipitation values, percentage months where I have 5 Celsius and higher. Also, this was imported from the data. And also some anomalies. For example, I took the mean for all years, and for the upcoming year, I subtracted. If this mean is, for example, less, then there are some alerts. If it's positive, then I have a good year for guessing.
So my suggestion is here, when you go to present somewhere, because 13% contribution in the country GDP is very much. So whenever you are going to interact with, you need to make a presentation and focusing on the data set. These are the parameters, and just see in these parameters or the features, temperature is or the climate is very important, because this analysis is there, mathematical or statistical analysis. So you need to explain with that one. If you see only chatbot is very good or the random forest is very good, it doesn't help in that way, because the farmer and the alert system should work on the parameter or the feature or the temperature, for example, and that need to be emphasized somewhere, how it is affecting the performance of your model. So in that way, some insight, some explanation should be there with the data also. And this is one of the things, and the rest of the things I think asked before, like what is the approach to make it real-time use or the applications. So, and in the let's see, you have shown one graph, result graph, set, save, result. Just go back.
This one?
No, back.
Right?
Yes.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
This one?
Yes. What is this set to see climate only? Climate mean what? What is there inside this climate?
So
Only temperature?
set C, there is NDVI, the vegetation index, comes from the satellites, and also area 5. Like the area 5 is precipitation temperature. Comes from the European Center of the forecasting, weather forecasting.
So for the set C, this ridge model is working fine.
Only climate, only climate only. Yeah. The random forest and cat boost are okay, but when there is a climate only, as you can see, cat boost gives us 99 and 47, and random forest 99 and 43.
What is this y-axis here? 200, 400, 600.
Ah,
What is it?
Yeah, these are the yields.
So ridge is producing more error. Yeah? This is it. Actually, you need to write in y-axis.
So you need to clarify.
Yeah, what is that value?
Like the higher seems like the better, but actually it's the reverse. So you see now the bigger.
Bigger the value is the better one or the worse one?
Yeah, that's what you need to clarify.
I see. This is the very
200 value. What is 200?
What
What is this 200 kilometer?
You discuss the reason, you see.
There should be.
It is not.
So this is the model for hectograms and hectares.
So that's the
okay.
unit.
So that need to be here in the y-axis.
Yeah.
This is the model and this is the y-axis error basically.
Yeah.
Root mean square error.
The square error.
Okay.
Root means square error.
And this
If
is
it's lower, then it's better.
It is better.
Yeah.
So some of the models to show only the blue color, why the blue bar? Why is it?
voting.
This is the for set B, and this is for set C. The green one is for set C, and set B is
So
for.
you didn't apply all the models to the same set. Okay. So some for set B you have chosen particular models, for set C particular models. All of these things you need to clarify.
And after that set, data set.
Yeah, especially the features. This is a very important question. Actually, you have to show the data set. I mean, from the slide, from your Jupyter notebook, you can clearly show us, for example, the feature matrix. This is a target I'm trying to basically try to get the fitting for, and this is basically labeled data. And then you have to show I have this much instance of the data. These are the features, the columns that I'm trying to the data to learn from it and make a prediction. So this is it's a normal procedure for any machine learning process. You should start.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. No questions, thoughts? Okay, could you please open any link where you took the data?
Yes.
Comment on any link. Because now NASA is closing the data nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Just to see that we did what we created.
So there is a GitHub project.
No, resource from where you took the data. Just show the data.
For instance, here, just.
So here in the power stats, as you can see, the Food or Agriculture Organization.
You mentioned NASA.
Huh?
You mentioned NASA.
Yeah, NASA is also here. NASA Geospatial Data Services, like from NASA.
Could you please go to actual data?
How you export that data? And from where? And which
There is a procedure. There is a big procedure. Let me give you the. One second. So here is my data from the NASA. Like, there are some pictures. There are a lot of pictures actually.
But could you please show how you downloaded this data? Just go to the website and show how you do it. Just for example.
There was some procedure.
So did you collect the data by yourself or you take it from cable?
No, I collected it by myself.
From here.
Yesterday it was here, but I deleted it. The tab.
Just explain the demo, how you take. For example, what these windows or the.
Just I want to see actual steps.
Yeah,
How you
steps.
this data.
The white means it's collected from.
If someone creates a site,
Any other questions?
Let's wait.
This
Try
is
to
the
relax,
energy resources.
relax and remember. Sometimes the winds
Worldwide energy resources.
Report was not, so there's no way. Nowadays it's still tough to get data from these guys.
usually it's like body based, right? With a square and so on.
It's in the past just, they show files, no problem, but nowadays,
Now they're making this with a square.
yeah, much complex.
How you need to write to the person who's releasing, especially if it's a new data set. The olders, maybe.
Would you search in this somewhere? Environmental power. Earth data.
There's something geotape data. Did you see that? Can you go back? Just one step. You see on the second one, there's, for example,
Data form.
there's on the right hand side, on that line.
Okay, no issue.
Yeah, that's
This one.
I think it seems like you're looking for this kind of data.
You may search it. If you have that data, you can search.
Next up. Click on.
went to some place and I'm choosing the NVDA.
Okay, which second resource of data was? Can you show that one?
The resource that you see.
You have three resources no, for the data.
One is from FAO.
One is from NASA, second one is from food and something agriculture, and third one is
FAO stack.
European.
Yeah, the power start is here. Actually, the countries.
You choose a country.
Yeah, I'm choosing the country, and I'm choosing the crop, and also here the yields.
Choose, please.
Okay, just show it.
Kyrgyzstan. Yeah.
I'm choosing the years also.
Okay. One at a time, or you can multiply. Okay, okay, just it. Take one only for the demonstration purpose.
And crops primary, and I'm choosing here, for example, the wheat, or potato.
Take any one.
Potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
and show the data.
Download video, right?
Show the data. So here are the data for Kyrgyzstan. So apples, lemons, apricots, like all the cereals, like all the agricultural, for example, eggplants, gooseberries, and so on.
And then you just download.
You don't need volume and everything.
Like here are the years, here are the values,
Mm-hmm.
and this is for the FAUSTAT. FAUSTAT is easy, but for NASA, I don't remember it. There was some procedure. I log in some place, make an account,
Okay.
and then waited for 1 day for the this data's downloaded. Waited 1 day from the satellites. I crop the Kyrgyzstan from the map, from the worldwide map. I crop the
Can
Kyrgyzstan.
you show the map?
Yeah,
You have already downloaded. You have already downloaded.
Yeah, I
Okay.
downloaded.
Can you show that one?
Yeah, so here's Modis NDVI. So here are, as you can see, a lot of
Just
pictures.
open anyone, any picture.
So anyone here, for example, 1 second.
So
Here,
from here, what you understand? What it actually indicates?
So-
There's black and white.
actually, the machine learning understands well this one. So
Huh?
here we can get here we can
You are developing the machine learning model, yeah?
yeah, here we can get the vegetation index from here are a lot of pictures from the satellite, and which vegetation index is well
Okay.
understood.
Thank you very much. Got it. Last question. You mentioned that you use Dockers. Could you please open any Docker?
Docker.
Docker?
Use
For
it.
what?
You mentioned that you use Docker technology.
No. It was implementation, like Docker to carry out the information for the alert system, which will be implemented in the future. Here.
In the future.
Yeah, future work.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. No questions. Colleagues?
Thank you very much. Then, Mr. Hassan, please, you can go out. Now we are going to discuss. Just let me ask if it should be also recorded or not. Дискуссия.
What is to be discussed?
No problem. So what have in mind?
So we have to.
So I hope that you have this criteria, right? I mean, 30 points for preparation, 30 points for technical development, 10 points for history, right?
This one I saw. So this, you have this, the same thing.
See?
This one.
Yeah, this one, yeah, look.
60 points for preparation exam. So yeah, just based on which we can just calculate out of 100 points. I mean,
Yes, no, the criteria sheet. We need to fill evaluation sheet.
Just.
so innovation
I think
I have just sent you this. According to that, you will evaluate yourself, and we will take the average and directly put to the document there.
okay. So
And what you know, first of all, we can share our opinion, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So maybe it's
maybe we can fill it. With some observation is there we can
Yeah,
discuss.
we can do, but first of all, you will share your opinion about the storm and honesty. So some ideas, some impressions.
yeah, so the supervisor, I think, better maybe explain it.
But if the supervisor says something very good,
What I will say, you people are evaluated. I am the supervisor, they are good. You can pass them.
What is your opinion first? On your side.
usually those are all taken summarized, right? No problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I have very high opinion of the guys, right? So needs to supervise as well, right? Because you know, we're not just using but supervisors.
Yes.
We make it if the supervisors know where to find the data. Yeah, did the point? Yeah, but you know, if we can go the first student, right, almost right, so
Yes.
first of all, he needs to write the paper, right? But in general, the two works are really nice, right? And we can go to very close to maximum.
Yes.
I would say to give maximum points is kind of not good tone. Yeah, because I mean, so they could prepare much better and some kind of development skills, right? And yeah, but some questions still miss, right?
Yeah.
But we can be closer to maximum.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I have the same feeling. I mean, for Augustine, there are some workers that are left to be done, which
75% error.
yeah, definitely. That starts with that. Yeah, so understand to say the article is in preparation, but and he didn't show. Did he show you the exercise?
Please divide the papers, right? And then we will finally sign our papers. Because without your work, right, it depends on you, right? So we cannot sign the papers. So if you do it today, we can sign it tomorrow, right?
Yes.
If you do it tomorrow, we will sign after tomorrow. And then we will leave. So it depends on you. So we're signing this state exam, right? But we did not sign your papers, right? So it depends on you. When you finish, you sign it.
Yes, your state exams, both of you have got 4s. And for your project defense, you've got again 4 and 5. However, our commission members will wait for your updated reports, updated dissertations, where you are going to work on AI part, so that we would decrease the percentage of AI usage, okay?
But it's mentioned that we will wait till Friday, right?
Yes, but
Because
as soon as you finish, as soon as you will redo it, we will check. And if everything is okay, then our commission member will give their agreement. Then we will sign, and yes, you have graduated from master's degree.
Maybe better to mention who gets 4, who gets 5.
Yes, we can mention, just waiting for the professor meeting.
Yeah.
To say something.
Yes.
The final grade, who gets with the names, how much they get.
The papers
Yes.
and I will do the grade.
Yeah. Can you mention?
Yes, yes, I will give this two papers to you. And according to that, this.
And first of all, thank you very much for hard work, right? Because this time, colleagues mentioned that you spent some time working on the master thesis, right? And in parallel with your main work and with your primary application, right? So appreciate it when it's in it, and we're really grateful. Yeah, and you know, it's kind of a legal decision, right? That that everything was in line and just correct the report, right? And meanwhile, the Augustine Charnabek sort of compensation. So, defended the master is with grade 4 out of 5. Yeah, it's very close to maximum. Yeah, and the commission decided that Dastan Kargulov, correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So defended his status with grade 5 out of 5. So congrats. So this way, almost finished, right? Just correct the report, right? And please also be grateful to the commission because, you know, in some other universities, game might be over with this 75% of writing. Yeah, but anyway, so the work was done very well, right? And you know, the colleagues mentioned that, okay, very useful work of Augustine and very specific regional work, very also very useful of the staff. So appreciate it and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. If our professors also would like to share some their comments.
Yeah, good luck with your masters. This is really a good step in your life. That's the first important thing. And then this is only the beginning. So our students will like to see you guys coming for the PhD studies or advertising our program. That's why we want to uplift the quality of, or we want to keep it to that standard at least, where it has been, where our students were getting actually Scopus indexed articles. So we hope you guys would just move forward in addressing all these comments and the suggestions when you work, and able to really send this to Scopus indexed. By closely working with your supervisors. Nowadays we see that the students are staying away from the supervisors. Please don't do that. Interact with your supervisors, mostly nag them, and then try to get something. This is good for our university. Okay?
Yes, nice, and I'm also congratulating you both, and you did a good job, and just finished that work, the article writing, which you have mentioned, and keep the things going on, and with your routine work, whatever you are doing, just spare some time and finish that work, and that will add the value to your dissertation also whenever you are showing. This is one step. But if you are going to show your dissertation or the work somewhere, and they will ask all those questions which you may face here. So I will be available. You can reach anytime in Telegram or anywhere. And I just would suggest you to finish those articles which you are working with. And that's it. All the best for your future endeavors and all the things in your professional life also.
Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear professors, for your work and time and dedication and support of our master students. We wish you good luck and for your new career journey, personal life, and everywhere. So yes, we invite you to continue your studies and apply for our PhD programs. Yes, and continue developing your academic career as well. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much.
John Rahmat.
Relax, it's time for now going to the next place and party.
Thanks for your time.
No party. First of all,
The vote is still completely pending.
yeah, please finish it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Вы, если не исправите, не будет подписан этот документ.
Да. Поэтому исправьте, пожалуйста, прям сегодня поработайте.
Сегодня делать,
Нужно
запишите.
будет просто, я думаю, печать. Прям.
So you will be around, so following this. So we'll meet more often, I think. With,
Yeah, tomorrow over here, yeah.
different defense.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
tomorrow much more interesting.
Tomorrow,
44.
too many students.
Yeah. 40. Yeah. 2 days. Yeah, it's
So I think
challenging.
we need to be more strict on the time. And we'll still
Okay. You will be strict, I will be fine.
If someone can just
Sure,
show
give them more time. They will come and elaborate everything.
Yeah.
You should try the time.
I think if more time, endless.
Yeah.
You
I
have.
think the video has stopped, right? Hopefully.
Hope so.
And for his as
Dr.
well.
Brook, the video recording has stopped, right?
I don't know, we should finish. We should stop it.
We did nothing bad, nothing bad. Yeah.
We should stop it.
Okay,
Yeah, see you.
All right.
see you.
See you. Thank you very much.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See
Yeah,
you.
bye.
Thank you very much. Let me, turn off the camera and other stuff.
Fabi,
Come from
let's
us.
stay.
Come.